Hey, Bumblebees, how are you all doing? So, right now I'm going to show you something really special. This is called a mug cake, or a chocolate cake in a mug. Now the wonderful thing and the fun thing about this is that it takes about 5 minutes to make, from start to finish. And nobody really wants to get in the kitchen, take out all the pans and pots, and make a huge cake. That will take about half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, right? Or maybe you've just eaten a big meal, like say a curry, you've eaten like some spaghetti, it's so yummy, but now you just like a little bit of sweetener. You don't want a huge cake, you just want something a little bit to eat. Well, this is perfect because this is cake that's about this big that you can take, you can sit down by the TV and just eat by yourself, or you can put it on a plate with some ice cream, however you like it. But I'm just trying to tell you how fun and how easy and convenient this cake is. So what we're gonna do is start with some flour. We're gonna do 4 tablespoons of flour, all right? The next thing is 3 tablespoons of sugar, all right? Now you can, at home, you can watch this, you can write it down on a little piece of paper so you can remember all the measurements, because with baking you have to have pretty precise measurements, all right? So 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1. Then we go on to cocoa, because we're gonna make a chocolate cake, all right? 2 tablespoons of cocoa, so 4, 3, 2. You're kind of counting down, all right? Now we're gonna take, these are the dry ingredients. What we're gonna do is also give a little pinch of salt. Just a little pinch. There we go. Maybe a couple of them. Just because when you have something sweet, a little bit of salty brings the sweetness out. It makes the flavor more well-rounded, all right? Half a teaspoon of baking powder. That's very important, otherwise your cake will not rise. So, half a teaspoon baking powder. One thing I think I failed to mention in the beginning is that this is an eggless cake. So it's also great for if you're vegetarian, right? And the reason why this is so easy for you at home to make, kids, is because you just pop it in the microwave for 1.5 minutes. That's the wonderful thing about it. It's so cool. You don't have to turn on the oven. You don't have to get, well, I mean, maybe you should get at least adult permission, but you don't have to turn on the oven. You don't have to work with a bunch of heat. There's no danger. You just pop it in the microwave, and it's so easy to do. All right, so let's do the wet ingredients now, okay? First of all, we have milk, 3 tablespoons. All right. I've used regular milk, but if you also have issues like lactose intolerance, or you prefer like maybe soy milk or almond milk, rice milk, oat milk, coconut milk, whatever milk you want, you can use, because really you just need it to have liquid in the batter. Now we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of oil, okay? So here we go. Nice, okay, 1 tablespoon of oil. Right here we have sunflower oil. Sunflower oil is low or no cholesterol, so I prefer to use sunflower oil when I work. All right, last thing we're gonna do is some vanilla, okay? So we're gonna have about a teaspoon of vanilla. There we go. Actually, one thing that wasn't in the original recipe, what I always like to add, is a little bit of cinnamon, because it also gives a bit of flavor to the cake. Just a bit, there we go. All right, now let's take our fork and mix that all up together, the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients. Now, as you can see, I have these other 3 little containers, little cups here, and you might be wondering what they're for. Well, that is for a little special addition, whatever you want to do. Like you can chop up like maybe like a Snickers bar, or you can get little chocolate chips, or you can get M&Ms, or whatever you like to put in your cake, you know? So what I've done is I've done a bit of dark chocolate chips here. So I'm gonna put a bit of dark chocolate chips. I've done a bit of white chocolate shavings, all right? Put some of that in there. Save a little bit of that for the top as well. And I have some gold balls. I'm gonna put that on the top, all right? Before we bake it. So let's mix that up. Some chocolate chips, some white chocolate, a little more chocolate chips there. All right, so there we have it. The thing about this as well is, how many dishes do we have? 1. That's it, right? So let's go over to the microwave. Okay, so here we are with the last step. We'll come over to the microwave. Like I told you before, I have these cute little gold balls. I'm gonna sprinkle them over the top of our mug cake. All right, like so. Are you ready? Let's put it in. So it's about 1.5 to 1:45 seconds. We're just gonna do it 2 minutes and stop it a little bit early, okay? So 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2. There we go. There we go. Now, curl up on the couch next to your favorite TV show with your mom, dad, siblings, and dig into that delicious, moist, fluffy chocolate mug cake. See that? Mmm, so good.